What's going on, guys? It's Jay from Gamer for Comedy. Got a quick video for you here, quick video presentation, so to speak. I recently came out with a blog post on my website, JgRblogs.com, discussing Resident Evil. I was discussing Resident Evil, like the changes Resident Evil has made, or has gone through, I should say, in the past, how long has it been? 17 years now? Something like that? 15, 14? Since its debut in 1996, since the very first game. I was discussing my personal experiences with the change, my personal feelings with the change, and mainly the two biggest things that I felt like changed throughout the series that ultimately did a lot of people in, including myself, with the series, and just made people not want anything to do with it anymore. That mainly did it away from the survival horror genre, is what I should say. And one of the things I mentioned in my post were tank controls, and tank controls is a little bit difficult to explain. I myself wasn't aware of tank controls up until the term of tank controls up until 2 months ago, very recently. And it's kind of one of those things that you won't really get if you've never played a tank control game before. But I figured it'd be way better to show you, which I will do right now. I searched up tank controls, or what are tank controls, in a quick 2-second Google search, and I actually came across the official definition that still doesn't make much sense in words, but I'll throw it up there anyway, from giantbomb.com. Tank controls refers to a control style for third-person perspective games where manual turning is required instead of the more common method of facing in the direction that the analog stick is tilted and moving forward. So, see, even me reading that doesn't make much sense to me. And I'm sure it does the same for you, unless I'm stupid. But either way, I'm going to show you real quick what are tank controls, or try to give you a better sense or the idea. Resident Evil probably being the most known for having tank controls, at least classic Resident Evil games, but a few others that come to mind off the top of my head being Silent Hill, the first few Silent Hill games, of course, and the first Max Payne, and that's it. Not many games have them. They're the developers or reviewers tend not to like them. It's looked down upon. I don't think it's a big deal, but either way. So here are tank controls. Here is how you move in Resident Evil 3, and more or less all of the classic Resident Evils, I should say. I'm moving forward right now. I'm moving backwards. Right? Now my analog stick is tilted a little bit to the left, and now it's a little bit, now it's tilted a little bit to the bottom right. You see, it's literally like a tank. It's kind of self-explanatory, but when you try and explain it, it's not too great. But just imagine, the character I'm playing as right now is just a tank, and this is more or less how a tank would actually move. It's just forward, backwards, very stiff, non-human-like movement, no intuitive movement whatsoever, no leaning to the side as I walk to the side, just the character walking animation stays the same no matter where I go. Just the only thing that changes is the direction, more or less. So let me try running around here so maybe you get a better sense of what I'm talking about. But you see, these are tank controls. It just takes, more or less, for the most part, it just takes getting used to get used to tank controls. It's not a huge deal at all. It is weird, but I don't know. Probably now it will probably be weird for somebody who is used to modern games to go back to tank controls. But me, being that I grew up on these games, it's really not a huge deal. But if you compare this to any modern game, you'll notice that moving backwards, the character will probably face the camera and move backwards, and moving forward will be, and moving side to side will probably be way more human-like than it is right now. It would not just be, imagine Jill just being a tank right now, and that's more or less what you get. I know I probably didn't do too great of a job at this. I tried. I just figured it would be way better if I showed you what I meant by tank controls, as opposed to trying to explain it, because really explaining it, I've yet to find a really good definition for it. It's kind of one of those things, if you played it before, you know what it means. If you haven't played a game with tank controls before, you probably don't, So link to the blog post article and my website will be down below in the description box. Check it out if you're interested, or you're interested in reading blogs or anything, or my thoughts on Resident Evil. For now, guys, I am actually going to be out of here. Because yeah, I just wanted to do this video presentation for you guys. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Resident Evil, you won't be too lost. You know, you can hopefully understand my point still. So, guys, I'm going to be out of here. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for everything. I'll catch you guys later. All right. Hope you guys doing good, enjoying your Sunday or your weekend and all that good stuff. Take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Peace out, YouTube.
Jill!
Brad!
We've got to...